Historically speaking, when Prophet Moses, peace be upon him, wanted to leave his people and go to get the Torah, what did he do? Did he just leave the people and told them, listen guys, I am leaving you for a few days. It's supposed to be 30 days, but then became 40 days. So for 40 days, let's say, or 30 days, I'm gonna go. Now you guys, children of Israel, you guys, choose someone in my absence until I get back. Is that what he said? Or did he appoint someone? What does the Quran say? He appointed somebody. Who did he appoint? His brother, Aaron. He said to his brother, Harun, Aaron, you stay here. Ukhlufni. Ukhlufni. You know the word khilafa, khalifa, ukhlufni, you know all these terms. You stay back here. He chose him. He did not leave that decision up to the people, even though he was only going to leave for a few days. 30 days, 40 days. It's not that he was going to die and going to leave forever. So he chose. Our Prophet, peace be upon him, our Holy Prophet, look at the Islamic history. Not a single time did our Holy Prophet leave the city of Medina when he became the head of the state in the city of Medina, whether he was leaving for a few days or whether he was leaving on a battle to fight. Not a single time did he leave the city of Medina without appointing a leader, a governor, someone who will run the affairs. Never. So from the Quranic perspective, historical perspective, whether we're talking about all the previous prophets or our Holy Prophet, never ever do we see an example of a case where a prophet will say, I'm gone for a few days, you guys get to choose. Go ahead until I come back. Never. So logically, it just does not stand to reason that when the prophet is leaving this whole world altogether, when he himself knows that he's going to leave, as we will come in the course of the discussion briefly, without appointing someone to succeed him. It's never, it's like, you know, the awkward moment against all history. Never it's happened. Why would he do it now? When he leaves for a few days, he appoints. What about when he leaves forever? Why wouldn't he appoint? How could he leave it just up in the open for everyone to choose? And how would they choose? Why would he leave a chance for dispute? As happened. It happened, in fact, after his death. There was a dispute. Why would he leave this? Nonetheless, he appointed somebody. He appointed Ali ibn Abi Talib, Imam Ali. He said, he is my successor. And there are many examples. I will mention few of them only for the sake of this discussion. One example. The Prophet says in his last sermon that he gave, not the last, after, sorry, Al-Hajj, after the Prophet performed Hajj in the last year of his life. The Prophet told the Muslims that I am being called this year. This is my final year. I'm going to leave. I'm going to die soon. So, do you all confess that I am your leader? He said, yes, O Prophet of God. And the word he used was Mawla. Mawla. Am I not your Mawla, your leader? He said, yes, Ya Rasulullah. Then he took the hands of Ali ibn Abi Talib and he said, whomever I am his Mawla, his master, then Ali is also his master. O God, support he who supports Ali, and go against him who goes against Ali. And then the Muslims were made to come and pledge their allegiance to Ali ibn Abi Talib. This happened in the year 10 after Hijrah. And the 18th day of the month of Dhul Hijjah. Just after the Prophet finished Hajj. In the 12th month. The Prophet died 2 months later. on the 28th of Safar. So about 2 months later, the Prophet dies. 2 months before his departure, he appointed Ali ibn Abi Talib. That's one. This hadith is narrated by Al-Mustadrak of Al-Hakim al-Nayshaburi, as well as As-Sunan al-Nisa'i. Both are non-Shia. And in fact, if you want more references, there are over 800 companions who narrated this hadith. So this hadith, in terms of authenticity, it is known as mutawatir. Mutawatir means when 10 or more companions narrate the same hadith, which makes it authentic. That's it. 2. The Prophet, peace be upon him, says in a hadith that's narrated by Sahih Muslim, I am leaving amongst you 2 things to the Muslims: the book of Allah and my progeny. Itrati ahla bayti. In some Sunni references, they change the word my progeny with my sunnah. I'm leaving amongst you 2 things: the book of God, the Holy Quran, and my sunnah. This hadith of my sunnah is narrated only by Muwatta Malik. Malik is the only one who narrates this hadith. Whereas Sahih Muslim, among many other interpreters and narrators of hadith, they say no. He said, the book of God and my progeny. My progeny. As long as you hold on to both of them, you will never be led astray after me. So the book of God and the progeny, Ahlul Bayt. That's the word he used, Ahlul Bayt. 3rd, in Sahih al-Bukhari, the Prophet narrates and says to Ali ibn Abi Talib, alayhi salam, you are to me like Harun or Aaron was to Musa, except there is no prophet after me. The Prophet tells Imam Ali that you are to me like Harun, Aaron was to Moses. But there is no prophet. Harun was a prophet.